So welcome to this edition of An Interview With, and today I'm talking to Duncan from Technical Foam Services. So I'm going to outline in a minute why I asked Duncan to be part of this, but Duncan, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your fabulous business?
Thank you, Emma. Nice to talk to you. My name's Duncan Geddes. I'm the owner of Technical Foam Services in Corby. We're a privately owned company. Last year we turned over close to £7 million with about 50 odd people. I myself have been in the foam industry for 30 years now for my sins. And I'm really proud of how our company is continuing to evolve. I'm very much focused on maintaining a good team spirit and our company being recognised as being a good foam supplier. I'm not motivated, I touched on this earlier, I'm not motivated on us being the biggest foam company in the UK, but what I'd like us to be recognised as is a very good and capable foam supplier.
Brilliant. And the reason, we first got in contact last year, didn't we? We kept putting this, well, hoping actually, even though we're still we're in the same town, still not allowed to actually see each other. So a really interesting article in one of our local business magazines about you and the company, and how much importance you put on employee engagement. And anybody that knows me knows that as soon as I read anything about employee engagement, I'm like, I need to talk to this person. So what does it mean to you to have a really engaged team, and how do you achieve
it? It's absolutely vital. It is, and it's something that I know employee engagement and so forth is a bit of a buzzword, but it is absolutely vital. And unless you keep all the team engaged, motivating, wanting to be here, wanting to contribute, understanding why they're contributing, if you don't do that, you face a hell of a battle every single day. And I think on a business like ours, as I say, we employ 50 odd people. Out of that, there's about 2/3, there's about 35, 36 production based and about sort of a dozen or so office based. But we are very much, there's a big mingling, sort of working environment. There's no them and us. And it's really important that the people in the office understand what's going on in the factory, and there's good communication in that direction. It's equally important that the people in the factory understand what's going on from a commercial point of view within the business. They understand what our customers expect from them. It's so important that I always think it's quite simple, that the more your staff understand about your business, the more likely they are to positively contribute towards it. So it's very, very, very important. It's a big challenge because it's lovely to talk about, and doesn't it sound great? We all know what's going on, isn't it wonderful? But maybe when there's half a dozen of you all sitting in the same room, it's quite easy to achieve. But when you've got people in production, people in the office, we have two production shifts as well. So we have one shift that does 6 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. The second shift comes in at 3 and works till midnight. Well, I don't want to end up with a business where you've got two teams. We're all one team, if you see what I mean. So again, it's equally important that the team and the second shift know what's going on within the business as well. So we're all in it together. Is the right way of putting it.
Brilliant, love it. And related to that, I understand that you have no less than 3 ISO accreditations.
Yes.
I think is, certainly very unique, unusual, impressive, I think is a better word actually.
Thanks, Emma.
One of which is the occupational health and safety, and the focus around that is on staff well-being. So why was it so important to stand health and safety from a physical point of view, particularly but what did the well-being side mean to you?
No, I think that actually was, out of the 3 standards, that's the one that really mattered to me, because we've had ISO 9001, the quality standard, for 15 years, something like that. And that's well embedded within the culture of the company. We got the environmental standard 14,001, I would say about 5 years ago. And that obviously highlighted the fact that we take our impact upon the environment seriously and do what we can to mitigate our impact. But ultimately, a business is a group of people working together. And it was by chance, I read up on 45001 probably 2.5 years ago now, 3 years, something like that. And to me, that was like the perfect third piece of the triangle. Because I thought, well, we know we make a quality product. We know we're doing our bit for the environment. But actually, I wanted to prove that we are looking after our staff as best we possibly can. And, yeah, we do the nice things. We do the soft things. We'll do the barbecues at the summer. We'll do the ice creams. We'll do the bonuses when things are going well. We do all these lovely soft things and Fruit Wednesday and all that kind of jazz. But, you know, I actually wanted to make it a little bit more structured. And that's why we looked at going for 45001. It was led by a group of us internally, and it meant that we started to formalise things like works committee meetings, where we get people getting together and talking about what was going on within the company and exchanging ideas. It meant that we became a lot more, and this was in a good way, a lot more structured about the nice things that we do. Being a privately owned business, there's always that tendency to just be a bit sort of responsive, you know. So, you know, you kind of just do things because things are going well, you're in a good mood, and
let's do that today.
Kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. But that's not particularly well structured, and I wanted us to become more structured at the good things that we do. So 45001 was the perfect perfect way to do that. All the procedures were set up by our health and safety manager David Hood, who I think David did an absolutely fantastic job. Another Burton Latimer guy,
I
should say.
That's where the best come from.
Of course. So David did an absolute phenomenal job, and it was interesting as we went through the process. And this wasn't why I did it, but as we came closer to the accreditation, we realised that actually we were the only foam company in the UK doing what we do that had all three standards, and that really mattered to me, because I thought, you know what, yeah, as I say, I know we're good at what we make. I know we look after the environment, but actually it's the people here. They're the ones that really, really matter. If we cut up a piece of foam the wrong size, we'll survive. But actually, the people are what really, really matters. So 45001 for me was the absolute icing on the cake. And I'm so pleased we've got it.
Yeah, brilliant. And again, I think it's not just in the foam industry, I think it's relatively rare for organisations to do that. So yeah, I think it's quite unusual, actually. I think 9001 has been in existence for so long that it's almost taken as a bit of a sort of everybody should have it kind of standard. It's lost its it's almost like expected.
It is. Yeah. But I'm still, what makes a good company ultimately is a good group of people. So if you've got a good group of people, well, bloody look after them. Well,
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's exactly,
But you've got to be a bit more structured when you look after them. And we were a little bit haphazard. Not in a bad way, in a good way. So I'd like to think that 45001 has got us a bit more organised.
Yeah, brilliant, love it. You're working towards, again, which is what I was interested when I read your article, a 10-year strategy for growth with really ambitious plans and goals. How are you involving the team in this, in their buy-in and support? Like I said, so they're that plan.
We have. I was going to say we have, monthly management meetings, and we have, works committee meetings and all that kind of thing. That if I say that, it makes it sound like that we have loads of meetings and so forth. We don't. We are a well organised company, and we have the right meetings when we need to have them. But again, it comes down to getting people together on a regular basis, asking their advice, telling them what's going on, listening to their feedback, actioning it, not just, listening and nodding, but actually doing something about it, then updating. So I think it's a constant process of just saying, come on, what are we doing? What could we do a little bit better? This has cropped up. What do you guys think? You know, what's good about this? What's bad about this? Are we doing the right thing here? Are we doing the wrong thing? And so forth. I mean, 10 years is obviously a hell of a long way off. Yeah. And that's more, the 10-year thing is more of a sort of a vision on my part as to where I think this company can be within our industry. So I have a goal as to where we can reach, but that's driven by my knowledge of the industry and making sure that we continue to know our place in the industry. I'm not, as I said to you earlier, Emma, I'm not driven by being the biggest, but I want us to be recognised as being best at what we do in our particular area. So that obviously lends itself to a certain size company with a certain number of people, but that's my sort of like lovely vision. So I've shared that with everybody here. We all know, everybody knows kind of where we're trying to get to, but between now and then there's a lot to be done, and the way to do that is to get as many people engaged as possible. It is worth remembering, Emma, that not everybody wants to be wholly engaged. You know, some people want the job security. They want the recognition when they do something well. You know, you talk to some people about a 10-year vision and you can just see their minds glaze over. Yeah. So again, you have to treat everybody individually. Those that buy into a 10-year vision because they believe it, they want to be a part of it, great, get them on board, you know, and get their feedback and their input. Some people don't want to do that. They want, they're more motivated by working with people they get on well with, doing a job that they enjoy, doing a good job. So, you know, it's also a case of reward, you know, looking after people in their own unique way. Not everybody's on a path to, path to success. They actually, what's successful for me might not be how somebody else deems success.
Yeah, everyone has their own measures, don't they? And it's
they do.
If you know your team, which you clearly do, then you know how to motivate them. Yeah, because you know what that is.
Everybody gets satisfaction in their own way, if you see what I mean. It might be doing a particularly good job. It might be, supporting a colleague for particular. Everybody gets motivated in their own way. So it's important to focus on everybody's unique sort of personalities.
Yeah. Brilliant. And my final question, like we said earlier, we could talk for hours about this, and we probably will. We'll just stop the recording. As the business continues to grow, you're even more than ever. And again, we've had a separate conversation about this around needing great line managers or supervisors. What does being a great manager or indeed a leader mean to you? And what do you expect from managers?
Well, I think first things first. We have a culture here of promoting from within. Mm-hmm. So I'm a big fan of identifying potential within people that have been here for a while. And if you look at the way the team has developed over the last sort of 5 years, pretty much all the sort of people with responsibility nowadays have been here for quite a long time. They probably started at a certain level and have worked hard. We've identified their potential. We've invested time in them, maybe management training, maybe external training in terms of, we've got one lady here that's doing a business degree. We've got another lady that's doing a business administration course. We've got one lady that's doing an accountancy degree. Mm-hmm. We've got a couple of senior managers here that have been on management courses. And they are all people that have been with the company for quite a long time. So what I've seen within them is the desire to want to be part of a successful company in the future, and their wish to be part of a successful team. And they fit. It's the good old fashioned square peg, square hole, and that is so important. And I think we're talking about what makes a great manager or a great leader. somebody that could be working for another company, it might be a great leader in another company, might come in here and might not fit. That doesn't mean to say they're not a great leader, but they might just not fit in the culture of this company.
Yeah.
Vice versa. You know, somebody I've got here that I might think is brilliant might go and work in another company and just not fit.
Yeah.
So I think what really is the answer on this is developing people that have the right spirit, the right attitude, the right approach, the right confidence, the right level of compassion that fit within this company. Something I was taught many years ago when I was sort of starting in all of this in the foam industry was somebody said, right, Doug, to run a successful business, what you do is you get the best sales manager, the best production manager, you know, the best accountant, the best quality guy, the best health and safety person, the best, you know, administration, you know, the best HR. Get all of those people in your company, surround yourself with all of those people, tell them what you want, support them, let them get on with it. And I remember thinking, actually, do you know what? There's a logic there, because I look at some of the leaders and the managers that we've got in this company here, and they're way better at, you know, managing production. Or, you know, I look at our sales manager; he's way better at selling foam than I am. Or, I mean, our accountant, I don't understand half of what he does, but
same here.
You know, so actually, my role is to kind of bring these people together and give them all the opportunity to flourish. And I think if good people are given that opportunity and the support and the respect that they deserve, then they'll become good managers in time.
Yeah, brilliant. Love it. Brilliant. Thank you ever so much, Duncan, for joining us today.